That was another great song here on Game Time. Farmington Athletics wants to remind you that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of educational athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by officials, coaches, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory or demeaning comments and cheers today. We hope that you will enjoy the game and support the students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. More awesome tunes are coming up here on Game Time.
Great music for you. In the home of the Farmington Cardinals.
You know, man. Go ahead. How's the legend today? Farmington sent us a link. So we're talking. And then Bohannon's got us at softball. So we're
All three?
hey, we're not some small operation here.
Y'all not doing the rotation thing anymore?
We are.
Just do what you get.
Hey, good afternoon, Bomber Nation. We welcome you into beautiful Farmington, Arkansas. Hop, skip, and a jump from Fayetteville in northwest Arkansas. It's the Mountain Home Bombers and the Farmington Cardinals playing this afternoon. Glad you're here with us on the Bomber Sports Network. I'm Dylan Conley with all the action here for you this afternoon. They're exchanging lineup cards. They're going to do the national anthem here shortly. The Mountain Home Bombers coming to this one 4-0 on the campaign in the 5A West. Farmington coming into this one, they are tied for 5th place. They're a scrappy and gritty and all the words you can use for a baseball team. That's what they are. They're always pretty good, and they swept us last year, but it's not last year. It's this year now. Start lineup for today's Bombers. It's same usual suspects, been the same all 4 conference games so far. Rowan Askew leading off, playing second base. Carter Atkins in center. Third baseman Cohen Bickford at first, hitting third. Hitting cleanup in left field, Will Rawls. Brody Brown hitting 5th, playing shortstop. I beg your pardon, third base. Drew Haney pitching today, the long, lanky lefty. Jax Westcoat behind the dish, catching, hitting 7th. Jackson Corp in right field, batting 8th. Connor Gentry, the freshman, the designated hitter today, batting 9th. And Cody Schrabel manning shortstop this afternoon for the Mountain Home Bombers. They look to go 5-0, their best start in conference play since 2019 when they won the 5A East. Good afternoon for baseball. A little overcast, there's light breeze, but it's in the mid-80s here. Beautiful afternoon, as always, in northwest Arkansas. We'll take a break. They're going to go through the starting lineups, all that good stuff here in a moment. This is Bomber Baseball on the Bomber Sports Network on YouTube and the Mountain Home Athletics app. We'll also have softball streaming for you and soccer available from our friends from Farmington Cardinals Live.
Bombers and your Farmington Cardinals. The starting lineup for the Bombers. Leading off, number 1, second baseman Rowan Askew. Batting second, center fielder number 2, Carter Atkins. Batting third, number 6, the first baseman Cohen Bickford. Batting cleanup, number 9, left fielder Will Rawls. Batting 5th, number 15, your third baseman, Brody Brown. Batting 6th, number 7, the pitcher, Drew Haney. Batting 7th, your catcher, number 12, Jax Westcoat. Batting 8th, number 10, right fielder, Jackson Corp. And batting 9th, number 26, the designated hitter, Connor Gentry. And playing shortstop is number 22, Cody Schrabel. The Bombers are head coached by Greg Crow, assisted by Kyle Stevens, Josh Printer, Chris Cudworth, and Philip Taylor. And now the lineup for your Farmington Cardinals. Leading off, number 6, third baseman, Landon Roach. Batting second, shortstop, number 21, Owen Shepika. Batting third, center field, number 15, Braden Conran. Batting cleanup, left fielder, number 7, Aiden Lester. Batting fifth, right field, number 19, Brody Curry. Batting sixth and catching, number 13, Landon McElroy. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 8, Dixon Gully. Batting eighth, pitching, number 1, Tage Pollard. And batting ninth, Second baseman number 10, Slade McCullough. The Cardinals are head coached by Jay Harper, assisted by Clint Scribner, Mike Stevens, and Josh Fox. Fans, if you would please stand and remove cover as we have our Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence, and then the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cardinal fans, we are excited to continue our new tradition with our first pitch series, honoring the incredible legacy of our Cardinal alumni. Please direct your attention to the mound as we welcome back a true Farmington legend for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. We're proud to host the class of 1985 alumnus Dennis Fletcher, who is joined on the field this evening by his wife Jennifer, two of their children Denton and Jenilyn, and his parents Dan and Sue Fletcher. During his time as a Cardinal, Dennis was a premier multi-sport standout. He famously quarterbacked the Farmington football team to a 12-1 record and a state semifinal appearance. But his legacy on the diamond is truly historic. In 1985, he led the Cardinals baseball team to a state championship, earning the title of All-State MVP. His success continued at the University of Arkansas, where he pitched for the Razorbacks under Coach Norm DeBryan. Dennis remains one of the greatest to ever take the mound in Fayetteville, ranking the number 4 in career victories with a stellar 26-5 record and holding the number 1 spot for career win-loss percentage. He started games in both the 1987 and 1989 College World Series, helping the Hogs finish 5th in the nation. Following his collegiate career, Dennis was drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals and played 4 years in the minor leagues before returning home to raise his family, all of whom are proud Farmington graduates. Cardinals fans, please join us in welcoming back one of our all-time greats, class of 1985 alumnus, Dennis Fletcher.
And we welcome you back to Farmington, Arkansas. They had a great pregame ceremony honoring Farmington alumni and Razorback alumni Dennis Fletcher. Made a couple appearances in the College World Series for the Hogs in the late 80s and early 90s. I was kind of underwhelmed. I thought he would throw from the mound, but, you know, time's caught up with him. As it catches up with us all, wind howling out to center field. We'll see if Mountain Home can take advantage of that. Leading off today's action for Mountain Home, Rowan Askew.
Now batting, second baseman, number 1, Rowan Askew.
Fans still filing in here to Farmington in front of a capacity crowd. Pitcher today for Farmington, we're going to see in the mid-80s, we're going to see an ephus. A lot of breaking stuff this afternoon, and the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. That's how we get this party started. Mountain Home 4-0 in 5A West Conference play. Their best start since 2019 when they won the conference out east. As Rowan stares at a ball, 1-1. Softball just underway over to our right, and soccer also underway. You can watch everything on the app today. As that's strike 1 and 2. Nathan Bohannon helping us out streaming softball over yonder, and Farmington Cardinals live with your television of Bomber and Lady Bomber soccer. That's lined into center field, a leadoff hit for Rowan Askew. It's a good start for Mountain Home. Had a pretty solid spring break over the weekend there. Varsity and JV met in the finals over in Harrison. They declared our junior varsity victors over there. Got two wins. Saw a solid Bentonville West team down in Greenbrier. Other action today, Greenwood hosting at Russellville. Alma playing host to Van Buren. And Harrison on the road against Siloam Springs. Here out in the West, the wild, wild West. Of course, keep stacking wins. We'll stay out of the wild part. Carter Atkins at the plate now. Runner at first. Carter batting .333 this season. All conference in football as a wideout for Mountain Home. Showing bunt. Out tipped it into the glove for a strike, 1-1. All grass infield, all grass outfield. And a dirt infield as well. Very rare to see nowadays. You never see it anymore. Askew a mild lead over at first base. Next pitch to Carter showing bunt and stares at a strike. 1-2. Mountain Home in their road grays with blue bombers across the chest, gold outline and numerals. Blue along the armpit to the shoulder blades. Gray trousers, they check on the runner at first. Blue socks. They're all wearing blue belts and blue caps. Farmington, their home whites. I believe that's a camouflage helmet or hat they have on today. Big F and a C on the hat. American flag on the back, and that hits them. So the Bombers have the first 2 hitters on base to begin the festivities here in Farmington. Now bringing up Cohen Bickford.
First baseman, number 6, Cohen Bickford.
So Cohen will have runners at first and second. His brother Kai competing over at UCA. Some track events here in the spring. His father Jake passing 27,000 followers on TikTok. Askew moderate lead at second. They'll call time. First pitch to Cohen. Ball inside. 1-0. 1-0 to Bickford. Waiting on deck, Will Rawls. Up high, 2-0. Will's sister Lauren currently playing over at Farmington Cardinal Football Stadium. Lady Bombers entering the post-spring break portion of their schedule. 1-game winning streak. Had a victory at Van Buren. We'll catch that on our Mountain Home Athletics app. The next pitch to Bickford fouled away toward the softball park. 2-1. Wind's died down a hair. Still going out to center. Runners at first and second. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 2-2. Mountain Home will welcome the Alma Airedales to McLean Park on Thursday. Will not play on Friday. It's Good Friday this week. Pollard ready from the chest. The 2-2. Breaking ball low. Runners will advance. They'll throw down to third. Not in time. It goes into left field, and the Bombers will strike first, 1-0. So the count is still 3-2, but the Bombers have a 1-0 lead. Askew comes in to score. Carter moves to third. So now a runner over at third base for Cohen Bickford. Next pitch, chopped in front of the mound. They're going to check on the runner at third, run him back. They'll throw Bickford out at first. That's the first out of the inning.
Batting left fielder, number 9, Will Rawls.
Will Rawls will stand in now. Pollard's first pitch to Rawls. Breaking ball in there. 0-1. Will hitting .296 on the campaign this year and 27 at-bats. Howard's up high, back to the screen. Runner coming home. The throw into the home plate. Save. 2-0 Mountain Home. So 2 early runs for Mountain Home against Tage Pollard. Coach Chris Cudworth coaching first base. And Josh Printer over at third. Got a pair of Cudworths coaching first base today. Marcy coaching first base over at softball. Good to see Coach Del Leonard back on the bench over there helping the Lady Bombers. He's been missing the diamond. It's outside 2-1. Our Bomber soccer team will see Coach Ian Biggs, coached at Mountain Home, alumnus of Mountain Home. Class of, I believe, 2007. That one bounced in there, 3-1. The Bombers off to their best start since 2019 in conference play. As that's ball 4, and Will Rawls is on base with a 1-out walk here in the first inning.
Now batting third baseman, number 15, Brody Brown.
Brody Brown coming to the plate now. Perfect game player of the week across the state of Arkansas. Brody hitting .429 this year and 21 at-bats. First pitch, Brody swung on and missed, 0-1. Outfield straight up, third baseman playing at the cut of the grass on the left side. Next pitch to Brody, popped up to the right side and make the catch. That's the second out. Rawl stays put over at first.
Batting the pitcher, number 7, Drew Haney.
So Drew Haney could help his own cause right here. He's already been spotted a 2-0 lead. Pollard ready from the chest. He'll step off and check on Rawls at first. He's back safely with no throw. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. One run, 1-1 coming. Runner going, throw down to second base, and he's in time. So that's the third out of the inning. Haney will lead off the second. It's awful close over at second. Rawls is gunned down at second. But not before Mountain Home begins with 2 runs in the top of the first. So Drew Haney will take the mound this afternoon. This will be the 5th appearance of the year for Drew Haney. Season, he's got a 5.4 ERA, which that does sound high, but there's a limited amount of innings this year. So if you can hover between the 4 and the 7 area in the high school, it's pretty solid ERA. If it's anything lower than that, then you're just incredible. Good strikeout stuff. He's got 20 strikeouts on the year to only 9 walks. That'll get the job done. Really, the only outing that he had that just wasn't amazing was Siloam Springs. Gave up 6 runs, but Mountain Home answered with 18 runs of their own. That was the day that the strike zone was pretty much the size of a coffee can. Unless it was right down the middle, it was going to be a ball. So 2-0 Mountain Home as we'll begin the festivities here in the bottom of the first. Landon Roach will lead things off.
Now batting number 6, Landon.
That one's to the left side. Great play over at short. The throw to first by Schrabel in time. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Owen Shepakov will come to the plate now. So we have a programming update. You can now catch softball just exclusively on the app. I guess there were some issues with the internet over at the softball park. So download the Mountain Home Athletics app. It's free. Next pitch, a ball up high, 2-0. Shepikoff will stand in, 2-0 the count. That's a strike, 2-1. Good afternoon for baseball. Weather might get a little hasty later in the week, but right now it's pretty good. That's fouled back to the screen. So the backstop probably it's all netting, but the bottom of it's about a foot tall worth of concrete. So if it bounces off that, it's coming right back. So one gone here in the bottom of the first. Bombers leading 2-0. The next pitch, low, 3-2. That one's chopped to the left side. This will be a tough play. It goes past Haney over at the mound. It'll skip to Schrabel at short.
Now batting number 15, Braden Conran.
Braden Conran standing in now. So now there's a runner at first with one gone. More than an infield hit. That was a tough play. So Haney working from the stretch now, from the belt. First pitch, breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Haney working fast. Checks on the runner at first. The next pitch swung on and missed. 0-2 now. To the Cardinal center fielder, Braden Conran. 0-2 to Conran, called, strike 3. Sent him down looking.
Now batting number 7, Aiden Lester.
That'll bring up Aiden Lester. Shepikoff leads from first base. First pitch to Lester is a ball, 1-0. Go down to first. Back just safely. Brody Curry awaits on deck, a Farmington right fielder. Next pitch inside and up high, 2-0. Major League Baseball season underway, a lot of games in progress. The 2-0 popped up into center field for the third out. So Farmington leaves a runner over at first. Played a full inning. Mountain Home leads this one 2-0. Be 5, 6, and 7 due up in the next half inning for the Cardinals. Head to the top of the second. It will be Haney Westcoat Corp due up for Mountain Home. See if we can't get you an update from softball and soccer real quick. Lady Bombers leading 1-0 over at soccer. So a good start at Cardinal Stadium. Mountain Home leading 1-0. See over at softball. No score so far.
Batting number 7, Drew Haney.
So Drew Haney will get things started. He came to the plate in the last half inning, but Will Rawls was thrown out at second in a close play. He'll get things started in the second. He'll stare at a breaking ball for a ball. A ball to the left side, fair ball down the line. So Drew Haney, as they're still having trouble fielding this in left, Haney's on with a leadoff double here in the second.
Now batting number 12, Jax Westcote.
So Haney still at second. No courtesy runners come out for him yet. I guess Haney's going to stay over at second. Westcote showing bunt, gets the bunt down the line, foul, 0-1. So bottom of the second now, Farmington leading 1-0 over at softball. Lady Bombers leading 1-0 at soccer though. Have those results as they come in. Pollard stares in. Westcote showing bunt, gets the bunt down. As throw over to first, he is safe. As runners at first and second, Haney staying at second base. Call it a hit. That's what I'll score it. Nobody cares what I think though. Jackson Corp comes to the plate now. Tate Cudworth running over at first.
Number 31, Tate Cudworth.
So Tater's going to check in with his dad over at first base.
Jackson Corp.
As Jackson Corp tried to drive in his buddy over at second base at least. After Corp, it'll be Gentry, then the lineup will turn over back to the top of the lineup. Infield playing at the cut of the grass at the corners. Corp showing bunt, pulls it back. It's a ball, 1-0. Appreciate Bo Thompson, Director of Athletics here at Farmington, and Craig Depew, the technological director here, at least on the athletics side, getting us hooked up here. Pitch to Corp, fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Nothing Bombers, a 1-1 count to Jackson Corp. Pollard checks on Haney at second. Next pitch, ground ball to the right side, down the line, a base hit. Printer's going to wave Haney home. One will score. Cud's going to hold up at third. And it's a double for Jackson Corp. And the Bombers lead 3-0.
Batting number 26, Connor Gentry.
So Corpy just trades places with his buddy Drew over at second base. And Connor Gentry out of the 9-hole as time is called, as the Farmington pitching coach will meander to the mound for a brief consultation, I can only imagine. Farmington in a little trouble right now. They got two runners in scoring position and the top of the lineup looming. As that's it for Tage Pollard. So we'll have a pitching change here. With runners at second and third base. As they will bring in, I can't tell who they bring in. They're going to have a slew of changes here. 3 different Cardinals have ran to the dugout to change out gloves.
We've got some great tunes to go along with all the excitement on game time here for the Cardinal fans. Athletic officials are seldom given the appreciation they deserve.
We're glad you're here with us this afternoon. Join us on Thursday, not Friday. We'll play everything on Thursday. Baseball, softball, and soccer all at home. Soccer over Bomber Stadium and baseball, softball at McLean Park. The varsity contest will all begin at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 on the East Coast. You can catch all of our events on the Mountain Home Athletics app. You could watch baseball and soccer on the Bomber Sports Network on YouTube.
Cardinals, number 7, Aiden Lester.
So Aiden Lester will head to the mound. You can watch softball. XL7 TV will have your television for you. So a pitching change as Mountain Home has already pushed a run across. So Crow asking the home plate umpire something over here. He's gesturing toward the dugout. See if we can get some other scores from around the 5A West in here. Greenwood playing host to Russellville. Russellville, the only winless team in the 5A West right now, the defending conference champions. Greenwood leading them 2-0 down in the River Valley. Greenwood a game behind these Bombers in second place. Mountain Home and Greenwood will meet next Friday. So the Bombers will host Alma on Thursday. Then they'll have a week off from the conference, a week off at a day. They'll host Highland at home on Tuesday, and then they'll hit the road. That short trip down to Greenwood, 202 miles away from the Bomber, playing out front of Mountain Home High School. So Lester now pitching for the Cardinals. That one's chopped. This will be a tough play over at third. The run's going to come in to score. Good pick over at first. It scores a run, and it's 4-0, Mountain Home.
Batting number 1, Rowan Askew.
So Corp moves over to third now. Cudworth comes in to score. It's a sacrifice for Connor Gentry. Now the lineup flips over. We go back to the top for Rowan Askew. First pitch, breaking ball, no contact, and runners will stay put. Corp will stay put over at third. Rowan led off the game with a single. 4-0 our score. Breaking ball outside, 1-1. Good start for the Bombers here after spring break. High fly ball into left field. The wind picking this one up, back at the track, at the wall, it's gone! A home run for Rowan Askew! Six to nothing, Mountain Home. Here in the second inning, a welcome to the game for Aiden Lester. So a round tripper for the Bombers' leadoff hitter. And that'll bring up Carter Atkins. Souvenir City population, Rowan Askew. That one's up high for a ball, 1-0. Couldn't ask for a better start here in Farmington. . As Carter's hit by a pitch. Carter's going to have to hit the cold tub after this. That's the second time he's reached on a hit by pitch today.
Batting number 6, Cohen Bickford.
Cohen advanced a runner from second to third his last time up. He grounded out back to the pitcher. 6 runs across already for Mountain Home. Line drive down the line. This is a fair ball. This will head to the corner. Atkins turning the Jets on. Printer's he's gonna go through the stop sign at third. The throw to the plate, not in time. And Bickford's gonna get back safely to second. It's an RBI double for Cohen Bickford. Carter ran through the stop sign. 7-0, Mountain Home.
Batting number 9, Will Rawls.
Last time William was at the plate, he reached on a walk. So Bombers up a touchdown here in the second and an extra point. First pitch down low to Will. The next pitch up high, 2-0. Let's see how Will's sister Lauren is doing over at soccer. Last check, Mountain Home was up 1-0. It's tied 1-1 now, 9 minutes left in the first half. Next pitch down the line. This one's hooking, and it's going to stay fair. This will go to the corner. Another run will score. Will stops at second. Mountain Home up 8-0. So Will Rawls with a double.
Brody Brown.
And Brody Brown comes to the plate, the 9th batter to come to the plate for Mountain Home in this half inning. Eight nothing our score. First pitch to Brody, fouled away out of play. Lady Cardinals up 6-0 over at softball in the second inning. Farmington in the top 5 in Class 5A. And softball runner going, throw down to third, not in time, throw was wide. The third baseman was able to keep it from going to the outfield. So 0-2 to Brody Brown. Outfield straight up, infield straight up. Third baseman at the cut of the grass on the left side. 0-2 to Brody, looks at a strike 3. So now Haney, who led off the inning, will come to the plate as the Bombers have batted around now.
Batting number 7, Drew Haney.
Glad you're here with us this afternoon. Great afternoon for baseball. This one's up high, above Haney's head, 1-0. Rawls takes his lead from third base. The 1-0 to Haney, fouled away out of play. That'll be a souvenir for one lucky fan. Here's the 1-1 as ground ball to the right side, foul. Well, I thank those of you that are tuning in to us from the Mountain Home Elks Lodge. We appreciate your viewership this afternoon. here's the 1-2 coming to Drew Haney as that's bounced in there for a ball, 2-2. So here's the 2-2 to Haney, swung on and missed a strikeout, but not before Mountain Home tacks on 6 runs in the top half of this inning. Well, head to the bottom of the second, Mountain Home leading 8-0. Bombers will be back in action on Thursday at home against Alma. Another 5A West Conference opponent. Come on out. 5 p.m. first pitch.
It's a powerful combination. The Farmington Cardinals and Game Time.
Lady Cardinals over at softball pouring it on, up 9-0 over the Lady Bombers. See how Greenwood Russellville is going right now. At last check, it's 4-0, top of the third. Greenwood leading. They're a game behind Mountain Home in the 5A West standings. By my rough guesstimation, the magic number, if you want to clinch a spot in the 5A state tournament in the conference, would be 7. So Mountain Home, Greenwood, Van Buren not far off from this number, but Farmington, Harrison, Alma all kind of fighting for that 4th spot at the moment. So Haney will go back to work after a 24-minute break between the last time he pitched to now.
Now batting number 19, Brody Curry.
Brody Curry will come to the plate. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. That one's chopped to the left side. Good play by Brown at third. Throw to first in time for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 13,
Landon McElroy now batting for the Cardinals. First pitch to McElroy, a ball, 1-0. Ground ball to the right side. It gets through. The second hit of the game for the Cardinals.
Number 8, Dixon Gully.
That'll bring up Dixon Gully. McElroy getting signs from Jay Harper over at third base. Cardinals skipper. One gone here in the second. Bombers up 8-0 as first pitch is a ball. Westcote threw it back to Haney, spiked it. Runner didn't advance. Here's the 1-0 from Haney. High fly ball into left field. This could be trouble going back at the wall. Trying to dive to make the catch at left field. They couldn't make it. The runners will hold at second and third. A great effort in left field.
Now batting number 1, Tage Pollard.
So McElroy, or Gully goes to second, McElroy to third. That was Will Rawls that left. Great effort out there. Now the Bombers in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the second. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Pair of runners in scoring position for the Cardinals. Next pitch from Haney is a ball, 2-0. That one's a ball, 3-0. So we'll see how they approach this. They still have first base open. Haney's set from the belt, not even concerned about the runners as that's inside. Ball 4, now the bases are loaded.
Now batting number 10, Slade McCullough.
Slade McCullough comes to the plate now. Still one gone here in the second. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Landon Roach, the Cardinals' leadoff hitter, is on deck. The 0-1 as just missed. 1-1. One is a strike, 1-2. Bases loaded, one gone here in the second. Bombers up 8-0. Game's far from over though. 1-2, Chopper. This will be a tough play. They'll get the out at first, but they'll trade an out for a run, and the Cardinals are on the board. So McElroy comes in to score. Gully goes to third, Pollard to second. So Slade McCullough scored a sacrifice. Gets the Cardinals on the board. Next pitch from Haney, breaking ball low, 1-0. Next one. Missed, 2-0. That one's a strike, 1-1. One in the dirt. Job by Westcote to block that one. 3-1. That's right. There was a ball there. They had it wrong on the scoreboard. Here's the 3-1 from Haney. That's ball 4. Solid looking pitch there, but umpire thought otherwise.
Number 21, Owen Shepikoff.
Owen Shepikoff comes to the plate now. He singled in the first inning. Westcote goes out to talk to Haney. First pitch from Haney, ground ball to the left side. That'll get through for a base hit. One run comes in to score. They'll put the brakes on him at third. 8-2 now. Gully comes in to score. Roach to second. Shireman, or Shepikoff, I beg your pardon. He's got 2 singles on the day. I'm trying to get out of this inning. First pitch, ball 1-0. Haney steps off. Everyone goes back to their bases. One 0 from Haney. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-1. Good pitch by Scoob there. Make it 1-1. Bottom of the second. Bombers lead 8-2. The pitch in there for a strike. Caught the outside part of the plate. 1-2. The next one popped up. Shallow center field. Trable makes the play, and the Bombers escape danger. They only give up 2 runs here in the second. They still lead 8-2. So head to the top of the third. So 8 Cardinals came to the plate, but they only cashed in with 2 runs. 7, 8, 9 due up in this half inning. It'll be Westcote, Corp, and Gentry for the Bombers. Eight to our score, top of the third inning.
We hope you're having a good time listening to some great music here on Game Time. Remember, Cardinal fans, student athletes represent their team.
It will be Jax Westcote leading off here in the third inning.
Batting number 12, Jax Westcote.
Last time up, Jax got on base with a single. As first pitch he looks at's down low for a ball, 1-0. Lester's next pitch. Low again, 2-0. A 2-0 outside, 3-0 now to Westcote. Here comes the 3-0 to Westcote. That's a strike. 3-1. A 3-1 swung on and missed. 3-2. A 3-2 from Lester. Ball 4. And Westcote's on base.
Batting number 10, Jackson Corp.
So Corp will come to bat now. He had a double in the last half inning. Tate Cudworth will go run for Jax over at first base. Eight to 2 our score. Cudworth gets a small lead from first. First pitch from Lester, breaking ball low, 1-0. Lady Bombers have cut into the lead, bottom of the third. They now trail 9-3. Over at the softball complex, 1-1 our score over at soccer. Lady Bombers hanging tough over here in Farmington. That one swung on and missed. Big cut at that one, 1-1. Check on the runner at first, back safely. One one to Corp. Down low, 2-1. The 2-1 to Corp. Line drive into right field, caught by the right fielder. Solid contact for the first out. So Connor Gentry will come up now. He had a double. Big part, he sacrificed. Last time up, brought in a run. The pitch Connor looks at, it's a ball 1-0. Comes the 1-0. As that's a balk. So Cudworth's going to move to second. So still 1-0 to Connor Gentry. To Gentry, fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Cudworth leads off from second base. 1-1 to Gentry. To the right side, this will be a tough play. It'll skip into right field. Cudworth going through the stop sign. He'll come in to score easily. An RBI single for Connor Gentry. Makes it 9-2 Mountain Home.
Number 1, Rowan Askew.
So it's the top of the lineup now for Mountain Home. Rowan Askew, he went deep his last time up. So Gentry takes his lead from first. First pitch to Askew to the left side. Picked up by the shortstop, throw over to first, goes to the screen. Gentry goes to third. Askew will be in at second. It's an error. And the Bombers have two in scoring position now, with one gone in the third.
Batting number 2, Carter Adkins.
They've changed it. It's a hit now, not an error on that last play. Even with a good throw, it looks like he might have been safe. Runner at second and third, one gone in the third. As Carter calls time. That's a ball 2-0. So Russellville's cut into the deficit over in Greenwood. It's 4-3 now in the bottom of the third inning. I believe Tristan Newberry is pitching for the Cyclones as that's to the right side. Picked up by the first baseman. It's foul. So count goes to 2-1. Two and one to count to Carter Atkins. Chop to the right side. This will score a run. They throw Carter out at first. It's 10-2, Mountain Home.
Now batting number 6, Cohen Bickford.
So Gentry goes, or excuse me, Askew goes to third. And Cohen Bickford comes to the plate. Doubled his last time up as he looks at a ball, 1-0. That one to the left side. This will be a tough play by the shortstop. The throw to first is in time. Bombers tack on 2 more runs. We head to the bottom of the third. Mountain Home still up 10-2. Top of the fourth over at softball. Lady Bombers trailing 9-3. Glad you're here with us this afternoon on the Bomber Sports Network on YouTube and our Mountain Home Athletics app. You can watch all of today's action on the Mountain Home Athletics app. Check in over girls soccer over at Cardinal Stadium. So Drew Haney will go back to work here in the bottom of the third inning. So Drew's at 37 pitches so far in this one. Just started the second half. Cardinals and Lady Bombers tied at 1 over at soccer. Be 4, 5, 6 due up for Mountain Home in the next half inning as that's bunted back to the screen. 0-1 to Aiden Lester. Aiden flew out to center his last time up. Bounces in there, 1-1. Base is empty. Nobody out. Here in the first, that's back to the screen. Knocked over the SRO on duty Sonic drink over there. Comes the 1-2 from Haney. Ground ball to the right side. Kicks off the base, it looked like. It'll go into right field and go to the corner. So Aiden Lester's got at least a double. He's going to try for 3. The throw into third is in time! What a throw! Rowan Askew gunned him down. And Jay Harper's not pleased. So great job by Corbin Wright to get it into Askew and gun him down at third. So Jay Harper, after a brief consultation with the umpires, going to settle with the decision. So it's a double, but then he's gunned down at third.
Now batting number 19, Brody Curry.
He was in by a mile at second base, so when you're down 8 runs, I wonder why you keep going there. You don't just stand up at second with a double, but help Mountain Home out. That'll be Brody Curry batting now. As he stares at another ball, 2-0. These are high school kids. They're, you know, a lot going on in their world. Ball to the left side, Cody Schrabel. Go to first, is in time for the second out. Good job by Schrabel to recover that one after the slight bobble.
Now batting number 13, Landon McElroy.
That's the other thing that's interesting. If you're Mountain Home, it's one of the few times you played on a grass and dirt field this year. So the ball doesn't take as true a hop as it would on our artificial turf back at Pitts Field. First pitch from Haney, breaking ball low, 1-0. The 1-0 on the way, in there for a strike, 1-1. Two gone, nobody on for the Cardinals here in the third. Josh Fulcher texted in. He's tuned in. We got some dudes on our baseball team. That's what he says. Next pitch from Haney is a ball, 3-1. Bauer Basketball Banquet coming up on the 20th of April. Get your banquet tickets now in the athletic office. I believe $20 a piece. A 3-1 in there for a breaking ball, 3-2. The left side foul. And we'll do it again. So it'll be pitch number 50 for Scoob here. A 3-2 from Haney. Breaking ball just missed for ball 4. So the Cardinals have one on with two gone. That'll bring up Dixon Gully. So Gully, his last time up, had a RBI single. As there's a courtesy runner over at first base for the Cardinals. Haney will check on the runner at first. That's Mason Schmidt running for the Cardinals. That pitch is a ball, 1-0.
Courtesy running 24, Mason Schmidt.
One gone here in the bottom of the third. Bombers up 10-2. Runner going down to second. He's going to be out by a mile. They can tag him standing up. And that's it for the third inning. So Farmington does get a runner on, but he's picked off heading to second. It's the second time in this half inning the Cardinals have ran themselves into an out. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Bombers cruising 10-2 right now. It'll be Aiden Lester returning to the mound here in the top of the fourth. So top of the fourth, Aiden Lester returns to the slab. 4-5-6 due up in this half inning.
When it's game day for Cardinal Nation, the soundtrack
Just
is
water.
game time.
Water, Gatorade. Back at the top of the fourth, it'll be Russ Rawls. It'll be Will Rawls. Will had a double in the second inning. As that pitch is low, 1-0. Now, if Russ was still playing, he'd help us. So time's called by Lester on the mound. 1-0 count. Bombers up 10-2 in the fourth. Swung on and missed, 1-1. A 1-1 to Rawls up high, 2-1. Even with his eyes. Two one on the way to Rawls. Missed, 3-1. James Kerr checking in. Mr. Kerr teaching math over at the high school. Ball four. Said good defense by the Bombers in that half inning. I agree, Coach. Of course, Coach Kerr, I believe, been to the state finals a couple times. He was coaching baseball at Viola. He was coaching baseball, was teaching, was the principal, drove a bus. I think he was valet parking cars at the basketball games. Just everything they needed there. Now he's one of us. Coach Clayton Gardner is over at Flippin now, as that's a breaking ball, 0-1. As throw over to first, back safely. Keep up with all the action here in Farmington, our Mountain Home Athletics app. You'll get final scores of today's games. Softball trailing 9-3 right now. Lady Bombers soccer team tied at 1. 35 minutes to go. That's up high, 1-1. Runner over at first. Bombers have scored in every inning so far. He's back safely. Next pitch is a ball, 2-1. Rawls will stay put at first. The throw goes to short. It's Brody Brown at the plate. Very sport athlete for Mountain Home. That's strike two, 2-2. Brody also in track and basketball. He is nowhere near the basketball player his mother was. That should be another balk. It is. So now Rawls will go to second base. Jay Harper out of the dugout wants to know why that was a balk. Two-two count, runner at second for the Bombers. The 2-2 swung on and missed, a strikeout. That's the second strikeout of the game for the third strikeout of the game.
Batting number 7, Drew Haney.
Top of the fifth over at softball. Farmington's out another run. It's 10-2 now. Lester checks on Rawls at second. Checks a couple times. First pitch to Haney, breaking ball low, 1-0. That's a strike, 1-1. And Lester steps off. That one's in the dirt, 2-1. The Jacks Westcoat waiting on deck. Rawls at second, the 2-1 on the way. That's in there for a strike. Caught the outside part of the plate, 2-2. It's up high, 3-2. Greenwood up 5-2 on Russellville. Russellville has the bases loaded, however. Top of the fifth, nobody out. Next pitch, runner going, throw down to third is in time. And the Cardinals get out of the inning unscathed.
For Farmington.
So the Cardinals get one 50-50 call to go their way, and the Bombers, beg your pardon, they both have 50-50 calls go against them. So that's the end of the fourth inning, or the top of the fourth inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Bombers still up 10-2. So Haney, for the second time today, will had his at-bat interrupted. He will lead off the next half inning. Six, seven, eight, due up at the top of the fifth for Mountain Home. See if they can hold them scoreless and get two more runs on the top of the fifth and go 1, 2, 3 and get out of here. We will not have the junior varsity contest for you. We're going to try to pack up. Thursday, we'll have your coverage for you of Bomber baseball against the Alma Airedales. We'll also have Bomber soccer for you on the Bomber Sports Network. You can catch Lady Bomber softball on the Mountain Home Athletics app. But it's a whole lot better in person. And other big news out of Mountain Home, we'll have a new sheriff tonight. The results of a runoff election. Check in on the soccer score here in a moment. Dixon Gully will lead off again. He actually came to bat in the last half inning, but they had a runner gunned down at second base standing up. As first pitch he looks at's a ball, 1-0. Farmington up 2-1 over at girls soccer, 20 minutes left. That next pitch, a ball, 2-0. Down low, 3-0. Haney set from the belt, the 3-0. That's ball 4. So a leadoff walk for the Cardinals. Tage Pollard, the starting pitcher for today. As they're going to call Haney for a balk now. Third balk of the afternoon. Two by Farmington, the first one by Mountain Home now, as that'll send the runner to second. First pitch from Haney down low, 1-0. So Gully stands at second. As Greg's out of the dugout, he's going to go talk to Drew in the infield. Bombers up a decent amount. They're up 10-2, but you don't want to play around with the lead. You don't want to let Farmington back into this one. So Haney's going to stay in. Pitch from Haney's a ball, 2-0. Pitch number 60 coming up for Drew. Gully leads from second, the 2-0. Down low, 3-0. The 3-0. That's in there for a strike. 3-1. A 3-1 from Haney's down low. Back-to-back walks to start off the fourth. Greg's back out of the dugout. So we're going to have a pitching change here for the Bombers. As we'll see who they go to. Could be Brody Brown, could be Colin Bickford, could be Carter Atkins. Looks like since Carter came in from center field, he may go to the mound. So looks like Carter Atkins taking the tape off his wrist. Can't have it on the mound, so it looks like he'll head to the mound. So Haney goes 4+ innings. Responsible for the runners at first and second. Great job by Drew this afternoon. So it's Carter Atkins who will pitch now.
Now pitching, number 2, Carter Atkins.
This will be the 5th appearance for Carter on the year. He's only got 3 2/3 innings pitched. Struck out 3, he's walked 4. Has an ERA of 0 on the young season.
And now playing center field, number 31, Tate Cudworth.
So Haney exits the game. Carter Atkins goes into pitch. And Tate Cudworth now in center field. So Carter Atkins will face the 9-hole here. Slade McCullough. If I had to take a guess, I imagine he's related to Easton. Gatorade Player of the Year in girls basketball. Carter set from the belt. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1. Can't close the book on Haney just yet. He's responsible for the runners at first and second. 0-1 from Atkins, just missed. 1-1. Temperatures dip down into the 70s now. Atkins steps off. There's a first and second, the 1-1 from Atkins. Ground ball to the left side. This will skip it to left field. And they're going to hold the runner at third. Farmington going to be very cautious on the bases now. They ran into 2 outs in the last half inning. So it's the top of the order now for the Cardinals. So Mountain Home in a little bit of a pickle right now. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here on the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch up high over his head, 1-0. Atkins 1-0. Down low, 2-0. From Atkins, working quick. In there for a strike, 2-1. As that hits him, that'll bring in a run. So 2 walks, a single, and a hit by pitch in this half inning. Shepikoff comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. So heart of the order coming up for the Cardinals here. First pitch to him. Chop back to Atkins. They're going to throw home to get 1. That's the only out they could get. Base is still loaded. Braden Conran, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Base is still loaded, 1 gone. First pitch, ground ball, past Atkins' glove as a step on second for 1. Or well, actually, I beg your pardon, that goes to the dugout. Thought he stepped on second. So a ball goes into the dugout, 2-run score. Still 1 out. 10-5 now. Okay, so they did get the out at second. All right, I thought so. Oh, wait, never mind. No, he was giving stuff back to the dugout. So, looked like from here he stepped on second, but I guess he didn't. Chopper to the right side. This will score another run. They'll trade the out for the run, though. 10-6 now. Foul toward the Bomber dugout. 0-1. Curry 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Pitch misses 1-1. Well, Bombers will be back in action on Thursday. They'll be off for Good Friday. Back home for the next two against Alma and Highland. It's breaking ball 2-1. And they'll close out the first half of conference on the road at Greenwood Friday afternoon. Who knows what the temperature is projected to be? Could be the 80s, could be in the 30s. Who knows? That hits him. So second hit batsman of the inning. Gives the Cardinals runners at the corners. Suddenly tying runs on deck. So Conran at third, Curry at first.
Now batting number 13,
For Landon McElroy. Reached base twice, has a walk and a strikeout. Or on a single, I beg your pardon. That pitch is inside, 1-0. So 2-0 now. Runners at the corners. Bombers in a little bit of a pickle now. The 2-0, fouled away 2-1. The 2-1 caught the inside part of the plate, 2-2. Tying run awaits on deck for the Cardinals. The 2-2 swung on and missed, so the Bombers help the Cardinals strand two runners to keep the lead at 10-6. We played for full. Cardinals add 4 runs, but they're still down 4 runs. Head at the top of the 5th. Still 10-6. Again, we'll be back home. Come on out, support our Bombers and Lady Bombers. We'll have baseball, softball, and soccer all at home. All the varsity games will start at 5. The second varsity soccer match will be at 7 p.m. We'll have JV after the baseball and softball games. As Baumgartner into pitch now. So 9 batters came to the plate in that inning. You can catch the baseball. You can catch all of our games on the Mountain Home Athletics app, but you can catch baseball and soccer on the Bomber Sports Network on YouTube. Appreciate Nathan Bohannon streaming the softball game for us. Farmington Cardinals Live's been gracious enough to give us their link. They have their television for you of the Bombers soccer games over at Cardinal Stadium.
Farmington Athletics wants to remind you that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of educational athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by officials, coaches, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory or demeaning comments and cheers today.
So it should be Drew Haney to lead off this inning. There was a runner gunned down at third in the last half inning, so it's going to be Jax Westcote.
Podcast for you. We're your soundtrack for Farmington.
Now batting number 12, Jax Westcote.
So I beg your pardon, that last half inning, it was a strike him out, throw him out, double play. First pitch to Westcote. Checked his swing. The ball 1-0. Next pitch. Outside 2-0. Ten to 6. Bombers on the high side, looking for more breaking ball in there for a strike. 2-1. I guess they've just quit keeping balls and strikes on the scoreboard. So no, the count's 2-1. 2-1 breaking ball inside. 3-1. The 3-1. That's strike two. Hogs up at Springfield against Missouri State, up 1-0. Missouri State 11-0 at home this year. As that's ball four. Looked like a solid pitch. Wasn't solid enough as the Bombers have the leadoff hitter on.
Now batting number 10, Jackson Corp.
So we go from Jax to Jack. Jackson Corp. What did he do last time? He flew out to right.
Number 17, Eli Jones.
So E.J. Eli Jones going to run over at first base for Jax Westcote. So Corp comes to the plate. Had a double in the second inning. Tate gets his lead from first. He'll step off, gets back safely. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. Cudworth gets the lead from first. Small lead. As that's inside, 1-1. Check and see if soccer's finished off yet on the girls' side. Next pitch. Fouled out of play to our left. Well, Lady Bombers have scored 2 goals. They're up 3-2 with a minute remaining. We're at Cardinal Stadium. So the 1-2, he steps off. They'll run Tate back to first. Minute ago, Lady Bombers soccer game, looking for their second win in a row. Bomber boys will probably start about 20 minutes or so, top of the hour. Nobody gone here in the top of the 5th here. Here's the 1-2 to Corp, strikes out for the first out of the inning. And Connor Gentry will come to the plate. Had a sacrifice and reached on a single his last time up. There's a high drive deep into left field going back at the wall. This one's gone! Connor Gentry, a 2-run homer. Second home run of the game for the Bombers. Makes it 12-6. So Jones comes in to score. As first pitch is a strike. 0-1 as the Gentrys are in pursuit of the baseball now. Landed over in the bus garage in left field. That one's fouled off of Askew's ankle. 0-2. Rowan had a big fly in the second inning. He is 3 for 3. 2 singles and a round tripper for the Bomber leadoff hitter. The 0-2 to Askew. Bounced in there, 1-2. That's a ball, 2-2. Other scores from across the straight. Valley View up 22-3 on the Patriots of Marion. Another game in our conference that I can get a score from. Greenwood up 10-2 on Russellville, top of the 6th. That's fouled away. Well, it's all over. Cardinal Stadium, as that swung on and missed. We'll have more in a sec. The first time Askew's been retired in this one. Lady Bombers defeating the Cardinals of Farmington 3-2 in girls soccer.
Batting number 2, Carter Atkins.
That'll bring up Carter Atkins. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for the Bombers. Wind picking up again as breaking balls up high, 1-0. So that's a strike, 1-1. Whew. The 1-1, high fly ball into center. Running in for that one, it's going to drop. Carter Atkins is on base.
Batting number 6, Cohen Bickford.
Cohen Bickford stands in now. His fourth at bat of the game. He's 1 for 3. Had a double in the second, part of a 6-run second inning for Mountain Home. Breaking ball, high fly ball, deep into center field. Going back at the warning track, it's caught. Of course, the wind decided to die down right as that at bat happened, but Connor Gentry extends the Bomber lead to 12-6. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bombers up by 6. They needed that. 4, 5, 6 due up in the next half inning for Mountain Home. So congratulations, Coach Skylar King, his Lady Bombers. Big victory on the road, about a mile away from here. Lady Bombers won 3-2. So it's Brody Brown on now to pitch for Mountain Home.
It's a powerful combination. The Farmington Cardinals and game time.
So Brody Brown enters the game now. Let's find out a little bit more about Brody. 3-sport athlete, plays track, basketball, and probably his best sport, not probably, is his best sport, baseball. This will be the 3rd appearance this year for Brody Brown. He's pitched 6 innings. He struck out 13. 10 of those came in his first start this year against Belton. First pitch from Brown fouled away, 0-1. This is the first appearance for Brody Brown against an opponent from the state of Arkansas this year. That one grazed the umpire, 1-1. The 1-1 from Brody, just missed, 2-1. Three and one now. As that's ball 4, so a leadoff walk for the Cardinals here.
Now batting number 1, Tage Pollard.
Tage Pollard comes up now. First pitch, a strike, 0-1. Comes the 0-1. In there for a strike. 0-2. Popping the mitt. The 0-2 from Brown. And whew. If it missed, it didn't miss by much, so it's 1-2 now. Runner at first. Bottom of the fifth here in Farmington. The 1-2 up high, 2-2. The 2-2 up high, 3-2. 12-6, Bombers on the high side. Payoff pitch inside. Back-to-back walks to start off the bottom of the fifth inning.
Now batting number 10, Slade McCullough.
First pitch up high, 1-0. As Westcott will go to the mound, talk to Brody. Sun beginning to set here in Northwest Arkansas. Runners at first and second. Nobody gone here in the fifth. They throw down to second. Back safely. One 0, just missed. 2-0. Comes the 2-0 up high, 3-0. Bombers looking for their third road victory in the 5A West this season. Next one up high, so 3 straight walks start off the fifth. As Greg's out of the dugout. So that'll do it for Brody. Didn't even get an out in the fifth, as Connor Gentry will come in to pitch now. I believe it'll be Connor Gentry. So Gentry will head to the mound now. Cody Schrabel will come out. They'll put Gage Wilson at third, Brody Brown at short. Askew at second and Bickford at first.
The home of the Cardinals.
Now pitching number 26, Connor Gentry.
So Connor Gentry, this is his 5th appearance of the season. He's thrown 8 innings. He's only surrendered 2 hits on the campaign. He's got an ERA of 1.7. So pretty solid freshman for Mountain Home. He had that home run in the last half inning. So Connor Gentry enters the game with the bases loaded. And the top of the lineup looming for Farmington. Gully at third, Poller at second, McCullough at first. Landon Roach doesn't have a hit yet today, but he's reached on a hit by pitch and a walk. First pitch from Gentry, in there for a strike, 0-1. Fouled back to the screen, 0-2. Bases loaded, nobody gone here in the fifth. As that bounces, good job by Westcote, blocked that one. 1-2. It's down low, 2-2. High fly ball deep into left field. This is trouble. It's a grand slam. Touch 'em all. 12-10 now. Landon Roach goes deep, clears the bags, and suddenly it is 12-10. Third home run of the day in this game. First one by the Cardinals. And it's a down-home Donnybrook here in Farmington. Owen Shepikoff will step in now. Pitch from Gentry. High fly ball down the line, foul. One and one. It's called an illegal pitch? I've never heard of that. Not in baseball. I've heard that in softball. Unless he wasn't engaged with the rubber. Hey, well, first base umpire hadn't missed much today. Well, that's a new one, so either way, it's a ball. That pitch was legal, but it was a ball, 2-1. Pitch up high, 3-1. To Owen Shepikoff. The 3-1. In there for a strike, 3-2. Yeah, I need someone to fill me in exactly what a illegal pitch is, but the 3-2 swung on and missed. I'll have to make the throw to first. They do for the first out. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. So according to Google, if the umpire thought that he quick pitched him, they can rule that an illegal pitch. That's up high, 2-0. I don't really think that one was, but it didn't matter either way. It was going to be a ball. Fouled out of play, 2-2. Ground ball to the right side as it takes a funky hop at the edge of the infield. It goes over Askew's head. So now the tying run's at the plate for Aiden Lester. First pitch, a ball, 1-0. Fouled away, 1-1. Comes the 1-1. Chop to the right side, foul. 1-2. So 1-2, runner at first. This is the tying run at the plate. The pitch, fouled back this way. We'll do it again. Comes the 1-2 from Gentry, outside, 2-2. Gentry set, the 2-2. High fly ball, foul out of play. Chopper over. Second base, one on to first, a double play. The Bombers are out of the inning. So 4 runs come across in that half inning, but that's it. We head to the top of the 6th. Mountain Home leading 12-10.
Student athletes represent their teams, fellow students, teachers, and their school community. Athletes are expected to be individuals who will make a good impression for their schools. Another game day tune is coming up here on Game Time.
With 5, 6, and 7 due up in the bottom half of the 6th. 4, 5, 6 due up for Mountain Home. Rawls, Brown, and Haney. I imagine Bombers would love to get a few more insurance runs in this one. Bombers will be back in the friendly confines of Pitts Field for the next 2 games. They will play host to Alma on Thursday. First pitch at 5 p.m. Be off for Good Friday. Still in school that day, however. And then on Tuesday night, the Highland Rebels will make the short 1-hour trip over.
Now batting number 9.
And then the Bombers will round out the first half of conference on the road at Greenwood. First pitch, down low for a ball, 1-0. 12-10. Bombers in the lead. They've never trailed in this one. Breaking ball, slow breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2. Comes the 1-2, it hits him. So the leadoff man is on.
Batting number 15, Brody Brown.
So Brody Brown comes to the plate now. As time is called. It's all over in Greenwood. Greenwood defeats Russellville 11-3. Turns out Russellville did not pitch Aiden Newberry. As throw over to first, back safely. First pitch, breaking ball missed, 1-0. To Brody Brown. Set from the gut. The 1-0. Down low, 2-0. Tried to get him to chase that one. Comes the 2-0 runner going. Ground ball off the pitcher. He'll hold at second. Might have squeaked through if it doesn't hit the pitcher. But it still served a purpose. Got the runner to second. They'll check on the pitcher for Farmington. So Rawls goes to second. Say it's a sacrifice for Brody Brown. Jay Harper's out of the dugout. He's going to inspect his pitcher. That hit him in his plant leg. So we'll see. They gave him a toss, see if he was all good. So Gage Wilson, first at bat of the game, he slides into the 6-hole. And Drew Haney's spot. It'll be Westcote followed by Corp after him. The next one, first pitch is a strike. Checking on Rawls at second. The next one fouled over the screen, over that way. 0-2. So the Bomber catcher awaits on deck. Rawls takes his lead from second base. And the 0-2 down the right field line, foul. And the home plate umpire, apparently the Bomber's making too much noise for his liking. Apparently there's a banner attached to the railing in the dugout. They can't hit that. It remains 0-2. The 0-2 called strike 3.
Now batting number 12, Jax Westcoat.
See if Jax could drive in this runner from second base. A 5, 6, and 7 do it for the Cardinals in the bottom half of this inning when we get there. They'll step off, throw to second back safely. First pitch to him, swung on and missed. 0-1. Takes a peek at Rawls at second. The next one fouled up. It'll get out of play toward the Farmington dugout. Somebody tried to get out of the way. Fell down. Catcher got in there. 0-2. Jackson Corp awaits on deck, and then Connor Gentry, who had the home run 2 innings ago, behind him. (12-10) our score. Steps off, he'll check on Rawls. He's back safely. They didn't throw over. And that's a balk. He came set. He came set twice, so Rawls will go to third. Yeah, he came set. Then he came set again. Can't do that. Rawls at third now. The 0-2 fouled away. We'll do it again. Rawls leads off from third. Westcoat at the plate, facing an 0-2. Lester shakes off his catcher. Time's called. This is Baumgartner on the mound. Baumgartner's 0-2. Down the left field line. If it's fair, it could be gone. And it's foul. That would have been nice. It's been home run derby here in Farmington. 3 home runs in this game. 2 from the good guys and 1 from the Cardinals. Baumgartner ready. As a step off. For some reason he was in the windup ready in that last pitch. Now he goes to the stretch. The 0-2 swung on and missed. Baumgartner strikes him out. Bombers will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the top of the 7th. It's 5, 6, and 7. Curry, McElroy, and Gully due up here for the Cardinals. Chesky sending in an update. One we have also, Greenwood over Russellville 11-3. Oh, let's check around the majors. Why not? We got a little time. This is Gentry ready to go back to work in this inning. Orioles trailing the Rangers, middle of the 6th, 4-3. Marlins up on the White Sox, 4-2 in the 6th. Pirates up big, 6-1 over the Reds. Bases loaded in the 6th. Nationals trailing the Phillies, 3-1. Top of the 5th, Rockies and Blue Jays have no score. Top of the 4th, A's leading the Braves, 4-1. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim tied with the Cubs, 0-0. Rays up 1-0 on the Brewers, bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 2nd, Mets and Cardinals scoreless. Hey, just started. Red Sox and Astros scoreless, and Tigers Diamondbacks, along with Yankees Mariners and Giants Padres, first pitch at 8:40 this evening. And for you night owls, Guardians and Dodgers, first pitch at 10:10 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's your look at the majors. So Race Baumgartner batting to lead off the 6th. First pitch to him inside, 1-0. Next one, in there for a strike, 1-1. Next one, that's a ball, 2-1. Umpire wanting a gate closed down the left field line. Is to the bullpen. 2-1 the count. Here's Connor Gentry. Next pitch he sees, chopper off Gentry's glove, goes into right. The leadoff man's on for the Cardinals. For Landon McElroy.
Courtesy runner, number 12, Andrew Fott.
Andrew Vaught running at first base. As umpire calls time. First pitch, and there, oh, just missed for a ball, 1-0. There's a balk. The 5th called balk of this game. So it's a no pitch, stays 1-0. Unless there's something mechanically wrong with the Bombers this year. There's only been 4 balks called on them all year. They've been in this game. Next pitch, missed, 2-0. Down low, 3-0. McElroy awaits the 3-0. Gentry peeks at the runner at second. The 3-0 in there for a strike. 3-1. Comes the 3-1 in there for a strike. 3-2. A 3-2, missed it. Ball 4. So Gully comes to the plate. McElroy will get a courtesy runner for the catcher. So Gully comes to the plate. Tying run at first. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. A pitch by Connor Gentry. And the 0-2 is just missed. Just off the plate, 1-2. Dixon Gully at the plate. And will step off, throw down to second. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2 from Gentry, outside and high, 2-2. And the 2-2 from Gentry, line drive, caught at shortstop, go to second for 2. A 6-4 double play. And that'll bring up Pollard, who is now the tying run. That was hard hit right at the shortstop. Heady play by the Bombers, flip it over to second, get a double play. First pitch from Gentry, down low, 1-0. The 1-0 breaking ball, missed, 2-0. Next pitch swung on and missed, 2-1. Appreciate all the fine folks here at Farmington helping us get set up here and allowing us to stream here. Gonna do it without great schools here in the West. As that one's a strike, 2-2. Bo Thompson, Director of Athletics, letting us in here. Nathan Bohannon helping us stream softball. Farmington Cardinals Live sending us their link so you can watch all of these Bomber athletics from the comfort of your own home, from the comfort of your own mountain home. Runner at first. Gentry set at the chest. The 2-2 fouled away. Let's do it again. The 2-2 from Connor fouled away once again. It's somebody's truck back there. And the 2-2 once again. Ground ball to the left side. Fielded it short. Throw to second for the third out. So the Bombers escape out of this inning. No runs on one hit. We'll head to the top of the seventh. 12-10 our score. So Mountain Home will look to tack on some insurance here in the seventh inning. Race Baumgartner returns to the mound for the Cardinals. We'll be back home in the friendly confines on Thursday. We won't have anything on Good Friday this week except for school. We'll host the Alma Airedales of baseball, softball, and soccer. First pitch of baseball, softball will be 5 p.m. We'll have a JV game after, I believe, in both. JV game over at soccer at Bomber Stadium will be at 4. Then our varsity games, our varsity matches will be at 5 and 7 p.m. Come on out, support these great athletes. I think there's a little rain in the forecast, but it'll be nice and warm out.
Now batting, number 10, Jackson Court.
So Jackson Corp leads off this inning. It'll be 8, 9, and 1. Due up here in the seventh as Corpy looks at a strike. That's up the middle, a base hit. So Corp's on with a leadoff single. Second hit of the day, as he's actually going to be in at second. He's going to go to third. That got past the center fielder. Josh Pritter's going to send him. The throw to the plate over his head by a mile. So after a single and 2 errors, Jackson Corp comes in to score. A desperately needed insurance run for the Bombers. So after the single, it's 2 errors. And Corp circles the bags. He'll need to hit the oxygen tank over in the dugout. It's funny, it was just a dribbler up the middle. I looked down and write it on my score count. I see Corp rounding second. I'm like, wow, they had some trouble with it in center. So Connor Gentry comes to the plate. Smacked a homer his last time up. He'll hit with the bases empty. First pitch to Gentry outside, 1-0. Glad you're here with us this evening on the Bomber Sports Network. Lady Bombers with a big victory tonight, 3-2 over the Cardinals over on the soccer pitch. That next pitch is a ball, or strike, excuse me, 1-1. They had a ball over at Cardinal Stadium. That one's low, 2-1. So the Bombers have pushed across a run here in the 7th. The 2-1 up high, 3-1. Popped up. The shallow left center. 3 players converging on it. That's the first out of the inning. Rowan Askew will come to the plate. He had a homer in this game. Back in the 2nd inning. About 2 hours ago. Rowan 3 for 4 in the afternoon, a pair of singles and a homer. 1 gone here in the top of the 7th. Bombers up 3. Down low, 1-0. The umpire telling the Bomber dugout to quit whatever they're doing. A 1-0. Down low, breaking ball, 2-0. The 2-0 to Rowan, outside 3-0. I don't think the bat will leave his shoulders here unless it's a big meatball down the middle. The 3-0 is a strike. That one swung on and missed. Now the count's full. Count's full, 1 gone, payoff pitch. It's down low. Rowan Askew's on base for a 4th time today.
Batting number 2, Carter Adkins.
So Askew over at first. Takes his lead. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Take a peek, see how boys soccer squad's rolling. They're underway at Cardinal Stadium. Farmington Cardinals soccer team led by home alumni Ian Biggs. So he'll step off. Bombers up 1-0. 5 minutes to go in the first half over at Cardinal Stadium. I'm sure they'll get done before us. That next pitch is a ball, 1-1. Softball final score was 10-3. Here's the 1-1 to Carter. Swung on and missed, 1-2. And it's down low, 2-2. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Thirteen to 10. Bombers leading 2-2. Coming up from Baumgartner. He steps off, runs Askew back to first. Counts full now, 3-2. And the 3-2 called strike 3. Just caught the plate. There's 2 gone here in the 7th inning. And Cohen Bickford will come to the plate.
Batting number 6, Cohen Bickford.
See, Cohen had a double in the 2nd inning. Had some hard contact to center at the warning track last time up. And the first pitch to Bickford fouled away, 0-1. Baumgartner looks at the runner at first. Steps off, checks on Askew at first. Rowan's back safely. Well, Bickford was asking for time, and the umpire wouldn't give him time, so he's going to tell Greg. He's telling Greg get back in the dugout. I tell you what, these fine people didn't pay money to see these umpires, as that swung on and missed, 0-2. There's frustrations on both sides, though. So Baumgartner with the 0-2 coming. He'll step off once again. I hate to admit he does have a point. He does not have to give him time, but it's almost an automatic courtesy to do so. (13 to 10) our score. Bombers looking for more. Step off once again. The 4th disengagement of this at bat. They're really worried about Rowan over at first base, I guess. He hadn't taken anything more than a step lead. In fact, this is the longest lead he's taken so far in this at bat. The 0-2 from Baumgartner, up high, Askew going, that's why, that's going to go into center. He's going to make it to third base on the error. So Rowan goes from first to third. So Cohen's still at the plate, facing a 1-2. There were 4 disengagements in that at bat just for that to happen. And they were concerned about Rowan, and for good reason, as he stands at third base now. Rowan got a little speed over at third base. And that's a balk. The Bombers will score a run. Rowan took a couple steps off the bag and was playing games with the pitcher and won. Now Jay Harper's out of the dugout. He wants to talk about this one. He's not pleased. So the umpires have done nothing but take earfuls from Jay Harper and Greg Crow in this one all night. So now Cohen, bases are empty now for Bickford. $14-10 now. That was balk number 5 in this one. They'll check over at first. He wasn't paying attention. He hasn't signaled yet. They're offering over to the first base umpire. He didn't swing. So it's 2-2. That's about the only thing he hasn't been watching this evening. So we've had 5 balks and 1 illegal pitch this evening. The 2-2 back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner's going to run it himself over to first base, and that's it for the 7th. The rare 1 unassisted in your scorecard if you're keeping score at home. Last of the 7th coming up. Cardinals need 4 to tie and 5 to win. Hopefully they don't get there. They'll have 8, 9, and 1 due up in this half inning. So the Bombers add 2 insurance runs here. And we'll see who comes out to pitch. Connor Gentry will return to the mound. So the Bombers looking to go 5-0 in 5A West Conference play. Lady Bombers soccer already victorious tonight.
The Farmington Cardinals come to play. This is game time.
So Gentry finishing up his warm-up pitches. Fasten those seatbelts, Bomber Nation. It's time for the last of the 7th. It will be 8, 9, and 1 due up in this half inning. I beg your pardon, 9, 1, and 2. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Next one, breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. Gentry working rapidly. Breaking ball called. Strike 3. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. 1 gone here in the 7th. So 1 gone here in the 7th. 24 runs. 15 walks between the 2 teams, 5 balks, and an illegal pitch so far in this one. That's first pitch for a ball, 1-0. And 3 home runs between the 2 squads. Next one hits him. So Roach will stand at first. Owen Shepikoff will come to the plate. He's 2 for 4. He struck out twice this evening. Lady Bombers softball defeated this evening 12-2. Catch all these final scores and all of our broadcasts this evening of every event here in Farmington on the Mountain Home Athletics app. Gentry ready. First pitch fouled back to the screen. That one's a strike. Got another score in from Coach Husky. Van Buren has defeated Alma 6-4. And Harrison 6-3 over Siloam Springs this evening. To join in Greenwood defeating Russellville 11-3. So that makes even more of a mess in the middle of the 5A West standings. Comes the 1-2, swung on and missed. Second strikeout of the inning. And now the Cardinals are down to their last out. Braden Conran, Cardinals' last hope, in there for a strike. Good job on the breaking ball. Runner taking a lead at first. They're not even worried about him. Breaking ball, line drive into center. This one belongs to the Bombers. Mountain Home comes to Farmington in a high-scoring affair. Takes this one 14-10 in a game that took nearly 3 hours. 24 runs, 15 walks, 3 home runs, 5 balks, and an illegal pitch later. The Bombers moved to 5-0 in the 5A West, their best start since 2019 in conference play, when they won the 5A East. So the JV game will take place probably pretty quick. Bombers soccer about to start the second half. Again, your final score, Bombers win this one 7 innings and 3 hours later, 14-10. Mountain Home will be back in action on Thursday. Everyone will. The Bomber and Lady Bomber soccer teams will play Alma on Thursday. Baseball and softball play on Thursday, all at home. First pitch of baseball and softball will be at 5. JV game for soccer will be at 4, and the varsity matches at 5 and 7 p.m. So that's all she wrote from Farmington. We're going to pack up, hit the road, and catch you in about 48 hours back at Bomber Stadium or McLean Park, whichever you may choose. And you can tune into the baseball and soccer games on the Bomber Sports Network on YouTube. And softball will be carried by XL7 TV and the Mountain Home Athletics app. You can watch all 3 on the Mountain Home Athletics app. So again, your final score, Bombers win this one 14-10. We're going to wrap up. We appreciate you tuning in this evening of this telecast of Mountain Home Bomber Athletics. We thank you for tuning in, and on behalf of the Mountain Home School District, I'm Dylan Conley. Wishing you a great rest of your evening, and as always, go Bombers!